Oh, yeah. And we're live. Okay. You guys know, look at everyone's complaining in the chat. They're going, you're late. You're late. I'm not late. A wizard, as Gandalf said, a wizard is never too early or too late. He's always, it shows up at exactly the right time. I don't know if that's true or not, but I'm not late. Hold on, man. I got cords. I got wires. I got problems over here. Okay. Whew. Dang. And the tech is just beating me up, okay? Because I'm a boomer. I'm trying to figure all this stuff out. You guys have mercy on me. We're streaming. Is this the 5th or 6th day in the row? Remember, our goal is we're trying to get to 10,000 simultaneous viewers. I see up there a little eyeballs. That's 339 eyeballs. We are trying to swell this up. Now, what swells the show? You guys know? Number one, your comments. So all my chatties, I got my chatty. Look, here's a literal chatty Kathy. 702. Look at her harping at me. 14 minutes late. Kathy, you guys, when you show up in the chat, number one, that is correct. There's a hey, Doug. Let me find my people. There's a here I am from LA. Look at that. Thumbs up. I'm just going to get through a bunch of you guys so you can see your name on screen. I like my people on screen. Look at that. There's Michelle Warden. I'm also picking out, see the little Doug Club, that little symbol there? Those are Doug Club members right there. Doug, shock, Doug, uh-oh. Yeah, uh-oh. I have a bunch of articles. I have 2 Fani Willis articles and some Trump stuff to go over. We'll do some Biden, little something, some Letitia James garbage going down if you haven't seen my longer form stuff on the channel. But this is a special time when we get to be here live together. I like being with you guys live. I was telling a friend on the phone, it is a different experience having you guys here live. Because I'm editing it. It has nothing to do with you. I'm just kind of putting a show together and then I launch it. Okay. And I don't have to talk to you. I sit here in my little studio. And then suddenly when I'm live, I'm looking at all of your comments. You guys are watching this. You're with me here in the room live. That's spooky. This is spookier. I feel like if I make a mistake, you'll see it. If I showed up, if I forgot the camera was on and I came in front of the camera in my underwear by accident, I would forever be known as that guy. I think that would eclipse my entire career of anything I've ever done. If I showed up accidentally in or picked my nose without knowing I was on camera or doing something really embarrassing. There's Bob. Mackle TV. Oh, yeah, dude. There's my friends. Oh, there's the red circles. Matt Reese. Matt and I go way back. Way. I've been on his show a ton. He's been on my show a ton. We're old school YouTubers. Don't you guys worry. We could open up a network right now, a pro-Trumpy network that would be a blast. In fact, I might even have to do something like that just to properly take over the world. There's Michael Henson, another member. I've waited longer for Salty. Yeah, Salty. It takes a while to organize all the ads. I mean, not the ads, but the articles. So they're all queued up and lined up and ready to go, guys. We're going to get through. I'm going to pack this hour. As I see these members, this is members of the Doug Club. Phyllis Gorner. Hey, Doug, you're the best. Phyllis from Sacramento, the homeland, my home state. That's the capital of California. I'm from Turlock and Denair. So Denair, California, San Joaquin Valley people. But I was born in LA. Been with you for years, says Tender Place. Thank you, Tender. Appreciate that you're here. Thanks to all my people. I'm just watching your names go by as I'm scrubbing through all this chat. Look, there's a super chat. Anyone, if you guys do 10, say $20 and up, I will read your super chat on the air. I know I can't get down to like the $2 and read them on the air because it chops the show up too much. So at some point, we're going to have to start limiting. I don't mind if you guys give. I'll try to give you a quick boom on screen. and your questions go up to the top if you do a super chat. Okay. Those are the rules. But I see the rest of you down there in the freebie land. I see Cara Wolf, my people from South Texas. I see Carla Griggs, watching from Savannah, Georgia. My family lives in Franklin, Tennessee. That's my homeland, people. Here's Aaron S., $10 super chat. Aaron S., Doug, you disappoint me like my father did my whole life. But just like him, I still love you. There you go. I'm a father figure in that I just disappoint my people their whole life. My dad, I never really had much disappointment. I mean, I think it was as a teen, boy, those were rough years, rough times, rough years when I was a teen. That was hard. Okay. Here's TK Jimmy, $10 super chat. Love what you do. Thanks, Doug. Thanks so much, TK Jimmy. I appreciate the super chat helping support this channel. I was able to pay for 2 episodes, over $200, 2 episodes editing today, which means that gets me help so I can put out more material. So you'll see a little more tomorrow. Stephen Soar, 5 pounds. Hi, Doug. Big love from England. Blimey. It's bizarre. Proper chips. Chip buddy. Was wondering if there's any place I can buy an original Earthworm Jim art. Take care, good sir. We do have, we used to have original art pages. I have them here in the studio. What I want to do is open up a tier, because usually I sell my pages for $1,000 for an original page. What I'm going to do is open up a tier here on this channel of $500 a month, buys you an original piece of art that we will mail you each month. It's going to be part of the Doug Club. I'm going to be sending out original comic pages, original Earthworm Jim art, all that stuff. But actually, you can buy my books that are signed with an Earthworm Jim on it. I think, no, I didn't put those up on the I didn't offer those in the book in the store, but I do have signed with Earthworm Jim heads on them. We'll have to open the store up to that. Sorry about that, buddy. I'll get to it. Just give me time. It takes time. I will get you your original Earthworm Jim art. All of you will get your original art. It's coming. Okay. JP, $5 super chat. Don't pick on Doug. He might stay in exile if we harass him too much, lol. He's still learning the tech stuff. That is true. I'm still a bum. Did you guys see my movie trailer? There's a Doug T movie coming out. I have a movie trailer on my documentary. That comes out, I think, in 4 days. That documentary does. Let me see. Here, look, I'll try. Oh, what's present mean? What does that mean? Present video file. Look at that. This is a video file. What if I do from my desktop? What's this one called? Doug Documentary? Yeah, I'm not seeing this file anywhere. Dang it. I can't see that it's the tech stuff, guys. I hate everything tech. Here's a file. I'm going to upset like okay. Can you hear that? No one can hear animation and video games. Right. There's probably no sound on that thing. Is that right? That's my documentary. Artist that wants to get into animation and there's no sound. Right. I can't figure it out. Okay. Anyways, it looks beautiful. Look how beautiful it looks. Look, it's a documentary on me. Okay. Artists are taught that they can pursue this madness. And you guys can't hear that. I can't even get. And I got bad news for you. I'm going to remove this from the show because I don't know what I'm doing with tech. So now I just feel weird. It's screwing everything up. As I scrub down the chat, I lose track of all my super chats too. Isn't that weird? So, so it's too much for me. I'm too much of a boomer to handle all of the tech. That's how bad I am. I'm going to get to this article, I swear. Look at, we're up to 2,900 people. What happened? Yesterday, we were up to 9,000. There's the real A-Dog. Hit that like button and subscribe to Doug. So the real A-Dog is correct on this one. The way that you get this show pushed out, YouTube goes, yay, we like it. If you like, right, A-Dog, you have to like the show and it starts to push it out. And if you leave a comment, which all of you are already commenting, you're already, let's do this, my good people. And then you spread the link around to your friends and we can get those numbers up. We're at 3,000 right now. I'm tracking it. I want to get up to 10,000. I can't explain how traffic superstructures work, but we're at 4 p.m. So it should be going up. Cindy Lynn Nona, $1.49 super sticker. Thank you so much for your super sticker thoughts, my people. We'll get to the rest of these real quick too. And I do like your conversation, guys. You're good guys. Fernando Lyman, there's a $2 super chat from Fernando. Thank you, sir. And I was pounding out videos, man. Trump is getting nailed in New York, guys, but it's only finances. That's my thing I keep telling you is big picture. The world wants you to think it's all about money, and it is not about money. It is not about Trump's properties. Do you know Trump does not give a rat's butt about his properties? He loves Mar-a-Lago. But you know what he loves more? He loves being president. I'm going to tell you right now. $10 super chat. Doug in Exile is in his underwear. That might break YouTube. That might break a lot worse than that. It might break my sanity if I was on YouTube. Look at my members, my Doug Club members, CR. Thank you, lovely CR, became a YouTube member. I'm trying to manipulate the beloved Miss Tenaple into going online with me on a show just for members. And she won't do it. So far, she said no. I said, look, if I get 1,000 Doug Club members, will you go on camera with me and do a husband-wife interview that is only for the Doug Club members? Like no one else can see it, only the members. She didn't feel comfortable. She goes, no one wants to see it. I go, yes, they do. Yes, they do. I go, I didn't ask you if my audience wanted to see it. I already know they'd want to see that. I said, just will you do it? Will you sit there and just let me interview you and just talk and do a little chat? She thinks you don't want to see her. She's so wrong. This is what I hate about shy people. I'm going to go off on shy people. You guys are going to think this is really mean. I think shy people are kind of jerks. I got a big mouth. I know I'm a jerk. Okay. I'm a big mouth. All right. Hey, look, Doug, he's got the lampshade on his head. I used to, in college, I used to crush an ice cream cone on my head to be just a stupid performance artist. So everyone knows I've got a big mouth, but people look at shy people and go, oh, shy people are so humble. Shy people are so nice. No, shy people are some of the proudest, arrogant people I know. Why? Because shy people will not ever take a risk of being seen as doing something embarrassing. Their ego is so huge. They can't stand the thought of being deflated in public and embarrassed in any way. So like, no, I won't share myself with anyone. I won't go on camera. I won't talk to anyone. I'll stay in my little hole. I won't talk. I'm too uncomfortable to talk. You're really too ego proud to risk embarrassing yourself, that you might be as embarrassed as me. You might show up in public with a booger hanging out of your nose and say the wrong thing. When I want to be talking about Congress, I'm really talking about the Senate by accident. Oops, I made a mistake. I'm going Congressman, blah, blah. They're all, you dummy, it's a senator. You look ignorant. You're so ignorant. That's every shy person does not want to put his or her skin in the game the way I do. That's my rant. Anyways, thanks for joining the Doug Club. Everyone's going like, Doug, you're completely psycho. Okay. So, sound is good? What? Wait. You hear it? You heard that. That is so weird. And I turned it off. And now you're all going, wait, the sound is perfect, you dummy. It was working. YouTube, another Doug Club member. Guys, I swear, have patience with me. I'll start the video again. Okay. And we'll watch the Doug show. It's a 2-minute trailer. Don Massey became a member. Thank you for becoming a member, my friend. I appreciate that. See, it was working and I turned it off. You are loved. In Visalia. Now, Chris Gainey, $2 super chat from Visalia. That's the San Joaquin Valley. That's where I used to live. I've been to Visalia. That's where Jostens, our yearbooks, the world's yearbooks were printed there in Visalia for the longest time. That's also for my country music fans, Buck Owens territory, Merle Haggard, a couple of Bakersfield outlaws right out there outside of good old Visalia. But Jostens printing is there. So when we printed our yearbooks, we would take our trip to Visalia. Let's look at this right here. Look. You're from Turlock, Denair area.
My whole life was made
from your
to
hometown.
Make
Yeah, we're going to start this one over.
Cartoons.
Is that monsters?
I went home and I drew that first Earthworm Jim drawing. That made history.
That's me on People Magazine. Gen X's Dr. Seuss, I think I was called. Look at this. This is a McDonald's Pat Scratch toy. Can you guys hear this? I created the entire Neverhood world and took it to Spielberg's house. And he said, yeah, we can do this game. Oh, good. Who does that?
The Neverhood is a wonderful adventure. It's just great.
I wanted to bring truth, goodness, and beauty into Hollywood through my books and influence the story. Little did I know that is not exactly what happened. Gen X's Dr. Seuss, I think that was called. Look at this. This is my horror came over me when I realized I can't be me and ever work in this town, Hollywood, again. Yeah, we can do this. Who does that?
The Neverhood is a wonderful adventure. It's great.
I wanted to bring truth. Okay, that's episode 1. Stage makeup on Doug. Did I wear makeup on that? I don't think so. Okay, we're going to remove that. Okay. Now you guys have seen, that's the Doug show. That's my documentary they're doing on me over at Canon Plus. You hit joincanonplus.com and you'll get to see that entire, it's 30-something minutes long documentary on me that I'll be doing more promotion of that, when it comes out. Oh, we hear it. Clickbait. Is it clickbait? No, I don't do clickbait. I do real bait. I do actual bait. Look at this. Okay, this is here's the first Fani Willis article. Let me just read a little bit of this, okay? And I'll wet your whistle on this, just to prove that I'm here. Can't wait to see it. Long Beach for Doug. There's my Long Beach people. Long Beach, LBC, my Long Beach Crips. Lulu Foon. My Long Beach people. Okay, here we go. This is from CNN, so you know it's from a rag, an untrustworthy rag. There's exclusive Georgia DA, that's Fani Willis, plans to press ahead in effort to put Trump on trial before election. She tried. That's the thumbnail for this show, is called She Tried. Georgia election. We only have 3,500 people here. What happened? What happened to my audience? What happened to my audience? Where did it go? We had 9,500 people yesterday. I'm trying to break the 10,000 record in my head just so I can say that I did 10,000 simultaneous once. This is 3,700 simultaneous. What do we got to do to break 10,000? I don't know how to even do it. What do you push a button? What do I do? Call a friend? Do I call in a favor? Call a friend? Here's looking forward to your updates every day. Hit like. Thank you, Mark Dunn, $2 super chat. Very kind of you guys. I have the nicest audience in the world. You guys, I know this is going to sound offensive, but every other channel has a terrible audience compared to mine. Everyone else, first of all, every other channel on YouTube is doing it. I can't judge other channels, but I can judge other audiences because I see you guys in my audience and you're super nice. Donald Massey's a member. Holy moly, Doug, you got people from all over the globe today. Welcome, y'all. I know you see them, they check in from their countries. We should also do DA equals dumbass. Someone wrote up. Do I click that? I don't know. I want to keep this a family show, but M17 DJ Donald J. Trump says DA equals, that's what district attorney over here stands for. There, we'll get back on this article and see. Let's see if Fani Willis is going to go anywhere with CNN here. Fani Willis, the embattled, look at, they're trying to make her into a hero. The embattled Fulton County District Attorney plans to press ahead with her goal of putting Donald Trump on trial before the November election, guys, and intends to ask the judge presiding over the Georgia criminal case to schedule a trial date as soon as this summer, according to 3 people familiar with her thinking. Are these our informants? Which 3 people are familiar with their thinking besides Nathan Wade? He knows where her thinking is. It's a bold move considering the hurdles Willis faced. Oh, she's got it so tough, guys. Poor Willis. Just a kid from nowhere, that Fani Willis. Never had a hand up or a favor from anyone named Soros. Never had a dime of help. That poor woman just pulled herself up by her own bootstraps. Never became a rock star because she went after Trump and tried to stop him from being elected, throwing him in jail. Faces in getting the case back on track after a 2-month detour. Thank you, Mike Roman. Revealed embarrassing details of her personal life. So embarrassing. I don't know who's more embarrassed. Is it embarrassing for Fani Willis or for Nathan Wade? I'd be more embarrassed if I was Nathan Wade. Damaging her credibility in the eyes of Judge Scott McAfee and leaving her politically vulnerable ahead of her own reelection bid in November. I don't know about you guys, but I think corruption kind of works in her favor. She's probably more famous than she's ever been. Okay, 4,200 people I'm seeing live viewing now. 4,200 people. There's Melissa in the Doug Club. Doug in Exile, I cannot come here at the same time or on the same days, but I can come here because most channels are clubs with nasty ass trolls. Yeah. Well, I'm not saying that we won't get some trolls, but the channel is new and there's always a culture that develops in the chat. There's good guys and bad guys. And some chats develop into a war of fans ripping on each other. And so we don't want to encourage that. We want to treat each other as best we can. I don't want to police people. I don't want to censor people. You'll also notice I haven't done a bunch of moderators to start doing my will and manipulating everybody. I know I'm going to need some moderators eventually because people will start posting porn links in the chat and all that. You have to have moderators or they start using the N-word or something, and you got to shut that stuff down because the internet, it's like anarchy, USA, if you don't manage it. There's Christy Caney, became a YouTube member. Christy Gainey. My Doug Club people are now filtering in. And I am going to try to get Miss Tenaple on. I just think we have to keep incentivizing her, guys, more and more. Honey. I think she might warm up to it. We'll see. I can't make promises is all, but I want her on camera. Maybe I'll do one of my sons. Maybe I'll interview my son on camera just for the Doug Clubs. Hi, Doug. I was a subscriber before COVID, way before. I'm happy to have found you again. Thank you, Anna Squires. Thank you for subscribing. For those of you who have not subscribed, I'd like to formally invite you to come and join my channel, Doug in Exile subscription. My subscribers make this job more fun. So I'm trying to get up above 455,000 subscribers. We're just a few, 10, 20,000 away. We can do that on one show if all of you subscribed. And that's because that was the amount of subscribers I had before that last channel got whacked. So my maximum number of subscribers I've ever had is 455,000 on YouTube. So we're going to try and get that with this Doug in Exile channel, just so I feel like, okay, whatever I lost, I got it back. And then the other record we're trying to do on these live streams, which I'm not big on, dude, guys, I'd rather do, I like editing and making little videos, okay? The live streaming is for you fans who show up and want a place to hang. I want to see you guys live. This is as close as I'm going to get right now to being in the same room as you. There's Donald Massey, Big Al EM in Conroe, Texas, about 3 miles from the big lake. Here's another super chat. Robert Driscoll, $5 super chat. I watch your shows daily and have family in Franklin, Tennessee, my hometown. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Franklin, Tennessee, everyone's moving here. Everyone in California is moving here. I moved here. My neighbors, they're all like Orange County, they're all coming in here. So I think we're going to ruin this town. I'm pretty sure everything Californians touch, we're going to ruin all of these towns. But it is true that it's mostly conservatives that move to Tennessee. So I'd met Doug before COVID. There would have been more to do. Yeah. Well, COVID was a rough time for all of us to get through, especially on YouTube. There's more. Lawrence Haley, Doug, laugh, 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 laugh. Laugh, laugh, laugh without his teeth. Thank you. Worms for Doug. A lot of Earthworm Jim jokes out there. Worms for Doug from Matthew Kern. What's up, Doug? We're live. Okay, I'll get back. Let me get back to that article in a minute. $1.49. What is up with that? I got to interrupt my show. I mean, I don't want to be mean, but look at. Let's get back to this article real quick. Let me make me small. Article big. We'll get through this one. I have at least one more article after this one anyways. I want to see what Willis's plan is to go after Trump before the election. Because first of all, guys, remember, big picture, I've been telling you guys this for months, okay? Big picture, no matter what they do to Trump, it is not going to harm his election, okay? Are you guys getting that in your head? So number one, whatever Fani Willis thinks and whatever CNN thinks they're going to do and whatever Biden thinks they're going to do with Trump and all these election interference things, the Democrats, they go, guys, we have a great idea on how we're going to get Trump. We're going to sue him. We're going to throw him in jail. We're going to nail him with a fraud or overtaking elections or insurrection. We'll take his name off the ballot, and it's going to work. His ratings are going to go down. Biden's ratings are going to go up. Trump is going to be seen as a criminal. And Democrats, they're a lot of things. They're corrupt. They're mean. They're Marxist. They're pagan. They're anti-Christian, anti-family, anti-conservative, and they hate America. They're old-fashioned. They're anti-woman. They're racist. They're a lot of things. But they can't see the future. Remember that. Just keep telling yourself that. They had a plan. It was a great idea, and it didn't work. Okay? Reality on the ground is Fani Willis releases Trump's mugshot. It becomes one of the most popular images in America. The Black community goes, I know what it's like to feel persecuted by being pulled over or being looked at sideways by false accusation. I know what that feels like. I'm with Trump. I'm not going to sit here and push the state, the insect hive, criminal, corrupt state that goes after someone. His family, his children can't perform business in New York, And so it backfired on him. This plan, whatever the Democrats thought was going to work with all of these lawsuits, guys. So number one thing is to remember it didn't work. Here we go. Willis. Let me make myself small again here. Willis narrowly avoided being disqualified over her romantic relationship with lead prosecutor Nathan Wade, who resigned last Friday following a blistering rebuke from McAfee, the judge, publicly questioning both Wade and Willis's decision-making. He literally said, what are you thinking? On Wednesday, McAfee granted requests from Trump and his co-defendants to seek an appeal. So they're going to appeal this thing, meaning the threat of disqualification still hangs over Willis. Guys, are you missing it? Are you still scared of this lawsuit? Are you still afraid? Because this is CNN basically saying the whole bottom line of this article In case you thought, oh, it's bad news for Trump, Trump's in big trouble. Remember, the bottom line of this article is Fani Willis is still in trouble. Trump's doing fine. Okay. Georgia Republicans continue to investigate allegations that Willis benefited financially from her relationship with Wade. Yeah, so she's still on the hook. She did not get exonerated. She's still in trouble. A state Senate committee could use its subpoena power to unearth new information and plans to meet several more times to hear from additional witnesses. Okay, we're going to get our other witnesses that come out. All kinds of them, including Miss Amanda Timpson, whom we have seen in the chat. But just so you guys know, there's probably 20 Amanda Timpsons out there who've done business with Fani Willis, whom Fani Willis has paid off or corrupted or done something wrong in her past. And they're all going to come out on this case in discovery. They're going to keep discovering this stuff, okay? Because this is a corrupt system, and this is what happens. You try and sweep it under the rug. Apologize. I got to keep my mouth. I had to get that water to keep my throat wet. Republican Governor Brian Kemp last week signed changes into law that gave a state commission the power to investigate Willis and authority to remove or sanction state prosecutors. Let's get that one going, guys. That's Brian Kemp reading the tea leaves, seeing what's coming, going, holy cow, I better do something. That's Brian Kemp going, I am the biggest wussy conservative Republican there is. I am a complete Southern gentleman and a wussy. But even I have to do something. That's Brian. That's my opinion of Brian Kemp. Brian Kemp, if you have a different opinion than that, you want to come on my show and you want to defend yourself against my accusations, I would be glad to share this microphone and even give it to you. I'll say, Brian, go crazy on my audience for as many minutes as you want. Talk. I would love to hear you explain yourself, because I have to tell you, Brian, it feels like you're not a man with the courage of your convictions to know that you stand up and in the name of your state, in the name of the law, in the name of conservatism in Fulton County, you say, this place is corrupt. This town needs an enema. This place is trouble. You're the governor. Get on the show. Okay. Willis's rock solid political standing has also been shaking. Oh, really? Willis's rock solid political standing? When was Willis's political standing rock solid, and why? Can anyone tell me why Fani Willis had a rock solid political standing? This is a woman who has done nothing but flex and be a thug. Oh, and release thugs. She refused to prosecute thugs, real thugs, actual criminals. She's gone after rap artists. What a corrupt sicko that town is. That's trouble. That's sad. Here you go. Here's another good one. Ruth Duhamie. Everyone love Letitia James? I'll let the chat tell her what they think of Letitia James, and maybe we'll get higher than 5,100 simultaneous viewers. CR $2 super chat. You need Q to do another live together. Yeah, I love my buddy Q. Q's over there on Truthville, USA. Truthville, USA is my buddy Quentin, longtime friend. We do every Friday morning, we do our local show. So we've been doing that for like 3 years now. And Michael Gavlak over at This Way Network with used to be Sweet Home Maricopa. You guys know that. Leroy Pegs became a YouTube member. My members, thank you for joining the Doug Club. You guys are supporting this channel. I'm trying to be low on what I promised, that $5.99 tier. That's just you guys are helping support. I'm going to try and get to all your chats. If I see a badge go by, I'm going to give you a special thank you, and then we'll slowly start developing what it's going to mean. You're going to get your own little avatars you should be able to use. Are any of you members seeing any little avatars when you do the happy faces that you can pick new ones that I drew? New little, it's my face. Siguiendo los pasos de Jesucristo, $10 super chat. Thank you. 20. I think that is. Is that right? Diaz? No, it's Diaz. Diaz. 10. Rick became a member. Thank you, Rick. We're going to get back to that article. Give me a minute. I'm trying to keep up with the chat a little bit. There's a Nick Allison $5 super sticker. I like the stickers. We're going to blow through those. I'm watching you guys interacting, being nice to each other, encourage each other. We all have the big Trump 24 all the way. If you guys are still on board with Trump, then tell me in the chat. Say I'm with. If you'll vote for someone else, tell me if you'll vote for someone else. If it's just say put Trump only in the chat. If it's only Trump only 2024. Stephen Berenz, $5 super chat. Just trying to help you and all of us that want another perspective on the news. You're awesome and give another perspective on what's going on. That's right, guys. And my perspective is not, I'm not a rah. I'm a fan of Trump. I'm like, go Trump, you have to win. But I'm not a zombie, guys. I'm not sitting here going, whatever is good about Trump is all I'll report, and I'll never report you any mistake he ever makes. And no, I'm not that. I'm not a member of the campaign. I'm not getting paid or anything. When I'm for Kari Lake, I'm making a logical, rational decision saying, guys, we have to get Kari Lake elected. Okay. I'm not paid by Kari Lake. I'm not paid by Trump. There's Chuggy Z15, $39 super chat. Thank you. Keep up the good work, DRT. That's a $40 super chat. Thank you so much, Chuggy. I appreciate your kindness and your generosity that you've shown to this channel. And it's like giving to all these people. Anytime you guys give, it's like giving to each other also. I take the money, but I put it back in the channel, so it's coming back to you guys. V Maiden, $5 super sticker. Thank you. Another membership with Evan Edelman is in the Doug Club. We have over 100 members now. I'm trying to get to 1,000. I'm a YouTube member. My members. Gina Rose is a new member. Thank you, Gina. Good to see your beautiful face. And then we're going to get right back. And then so I see Jason Finch has that little symbol. So I see my members start showing up. And I will tend to prefer you guys in the chat. It's not only I'll give anyone a shot in the chat. I don't want people to pay all the time just to be able to be heard. That's terrible. Trump only, fish, orange, wide eyes. That's right. My people. That is what my people say. Another member. Chuggy. Z15. I got to thank you guys. V Maiden, new member. Let's get back to that article. I'm looking for anything on this article that it will give us any kind of trouble for Trump's actual election problems. Willis's rock solid political standing has also been shaken this month. Remember, and we're still asking, what is the rock solid? Democrat Christian Wise Smith, a former Fulton County prosecutor and Atlanta solicitor, launched a campaign challenging Miss Willis in the May 21st primary. Thank you for your membership, Susie. Republican lawyer Courtney Kramer, an attorney who worked in the office of White House counsel under Trump, has also joined the force. Now, guys, I hope this is obvious to you. We have to support Courtney Kramer, a Republican. You cannot go after this Democrat Christian Wise Smith, former county prosecutor, because that is just more corruption. Okay, the party-wide corruption. We got to go for a Republican, guys. You can't do this Democrat stuff. Cindy Martin, $3 super sticker. Thank you so much, Cindy. That's very kind of you to put a sticker on our locker. Sherry Lovesy is another. These are all Doug Club members. Salty Buckeye. Thank you, Salty, for being in the club. Okay. Yeah, we got to go for this lawyer, Courtney Kramer. She used to be a part of the Trump inner circle, by the way. I've already done a video on her. She shakes out as legit. There's Mike Carney, $20 super sticker. Wow, that's a good sticker with a whole beautiful horse on that sticker. Thank you for the sticker. Now they're talking about the Supreme Court. And then there's the Supreme Court's looming decision on whether the former president enjoys absolute immunity, which he does not. I've already told you guys the Supreme Court is not going to give Trump absolute immunity. They may give him immunity in this case to be able to say, I don't think this election, was straight. It does not mean he can shoot an opponent in the head, which is what they're trying to do with absolute immunity. It's does he have immunity at all from special counsel Jack Smith's election subversion charges, one that could affect various criminal proceedings against Trump. Now, I do believe he has on election subversion, what they call election subversion, it's just his free speech right. Does he have immunity to have free speech? Yes, he does. I do believe Trump does have it. The Supreme Court will not say he has immunity, period. They'll say he has immunity to speak. Okay? Any ruling in favor of the former president from the high court could be a major blow to both criminal cases against Trump related to the 2020 election, including in Georgia. So this is what's at stake over at Washington, D.C., with these other cases that went up to the Supreme Court where they're going, does Trump have immunity? Okay. Now, those answers could come down from the Supreme Court before any of this other stuff does, right? So what if Fani Willis is prosecuting Trump for something that the Supreme Court ends up saying he has immunity for? Okay. That is two of the charges against Trump. Half of the charges against Trump would instantly go away if the Supreme Court said, you have limited immunity to go and call Raffensperger or to call someone and say, I question the election results. If they find out that he has that kind of immunity and that they misapplied that immunity, they misapplied the label that he was an insurrectionist, half of these charges of Fani Willis vanish. So that can also undermine this whole case with Fani Willis. Here we go. Hearings begin in April. That's with the Supreme Court, with a decision expected by the end of June. That's just the immunity case to see if any of this stuff is allowed to go on. Sources close to the Fulton County DA's office say the uncertainty of the federal case does not prevent McAfee from setting a trial date. Fulton County prosecutor said in a recent email, this is such a joke, guys. This is not going to go to court before the election. They plan to respond to Trump's immunity claim within 2 weeks of Supreme Court's decision, according to the source familiar with the correspondence. They're not going to get to it, guys, because of the RICO charges. It's too much cross-examining, too hard to seat a jury. It's not going to work. Prosecutors believe, or grand jury, believe McAfee can put the immunity issue to the side, true, until the Supreme Court rules, true, while in the interim, ensuring the Georgia case is as close to ready as possible, fine. If the justices decide Trump can be prosecuted, multiple sources familiar with the thinking inside Willis offices tell CNN, yeah, you guys are all wrong. Let's get a trial date. Ain't going to happen. Multiple sources close to Willis acknowledge the last 2 months have been a major distraction. Yeah, that's them admitting, guys, we lost the last 2 months, which we did not see coming at all, purely because of Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. Fani Willis's corruption. We've had a major distraction. One they admit was brought on by her own actions, but also enabled, they argue, by how much leeway McAfee gave defense attorneys to attack Willis during the disqualification proceedings. No, he didn't give them that enough leeway. He held back. We ran the course. We saw it here on camera. Look at them. They're like, oh, McAfee, he's so mean to her. Quote, basically, this is a 2-month sideshow that the judge should have not even let happen. One Willis ally told CNN, yeah, Willis ally. They believe, like, By the way, we should probably give everyone the death penalty who disagrees with us, with the Democrat Party, should get the death penalty. But it's over, and the judge finally came to the right decision. So now we're back to where we never should have left, which is these people were under felony indictment. Let's get a trial date, they say. Yeah, not so fast. Sources close to Willis tell CNN that the DA's office is effectively going to go to trial. Willis has said she needs only 30 days. Oh, that's fast. Suddenly it's 30 days, guys. This is nothing. It's a 30-day trial to prepare once a date is set. Defense attorneys have had since September to review the evidence and prepare their own arguments. Willis had previously asked for a trial to start in August 2024. Yeah, this is all timing stuff, guys. It's not going to do anything. I'm done reading that article. Let's find another one here. Let's do this one. Let me do this one. This is the Philadelphia Inquirer. This one might actually be funner. But just so you know, yeah, they're trying. They're desperate. They're trying. Mark, Sarah, Doug, God makes rocks, not bricks. I'm on the Trump train. Says Iron Ear. Me too. Voting for Trump, even if he's in prison, even if he's a felon. Because if he goes to prison or is a felon, it is purely for political, illegitimate reasons the Democrats did it. So it's not like I'm voting for a felon who's actually guilty of a felony. Okay. Sherry, Lovesy, love your channel. Well, thank you so much, Sherry. That's very kind of you to say. And thank you for joining our little Doug Club. There's Susie also joining the Doug Club. Been watching for a long time. Just join the Doug Club. Where the cool kids are. Might even be where the Kool-Aid kids are. But yes, the cool kids are right here in the Doug Club. It's the Doug Club. Doug Club. Doug Club. It's the Doug Club. The Doug Club. Here's Summer Dugan. No, it's not going to my head. I already hear you guys saying it's going to his head. No, guys. I have such a sobriety about my own everything. It's sickening. Here's Summer Dugan, $5 super chat. Someone asked this question. Can DeSantis stop the taking over of Trump property in Florida? I'd like to know. He would be quite the hero. I do think so. I actually think so. And I think he would do that too. I think he can protect that property, but it could come down to a New York versus Florida flex thing. They could go to a higher court. There's a lot of things they could do. But yeah, I think DeSantis would absolutely help secure Trump's property. And guys, this is just DeSantis being a good governor. This is self-protection for Florida. Florida has a reputation of protecting your rights, preserving your property. And if DeSantis lets them confiscate Trump's Mar-a-Lago, then Florida's reputation becomes as bad as New York. Why are people all leaving New York and going to Florida? So just for self-preservation, DeSantis is going to go, not in my state. Trump doesn't lose his property. And DeSantis is a good man and a great leader and a great conservative who actually believes in property rights. Stephen Soar, £2 to interrupt you. Sorry, couldn't resist. My quid people interrupting me for £2. Just £2. And a pint. JC became a YouTube member. Thank you, JC. I appreciate that. I'm almost through these again. We'll get back to this awful, hilarious Fani Willis news day today, which I think is funny. We have 4,000 simultaneous watchers. I'm trying to get up to 10,000. What did I do wrong to lose 6,000 viewers? Michael S., $50 super chat and member. Biden is the candidate up to the DNC. And then the plan is to slide someone else in there. Is that at the convention, Michael? I believe it's going to be at the convention. I think I know what you're saying. $50 super chat. Michael, thank you. They're going to slide someone else in there. The real questions are, here are the 7 to 10 million illegals, and when is China going to float another balloon with an EMP nuke over us. I don't believe the EMP is the plan, but that could happen. I think the EMP plan is a little, first of all, it's experimental. It's never been done. So the moment China tried to float a balloon over with an EMP, that's electromagnetic pulse. For those of you who don't know what EMP stands for, electromagnetic pulse, they've said it could even be a dirty nuke above our clouds in the atmosphere that would override our electrical circuits and shut down the electrical grid across the United States. I believe that's the plan. Is that right, Michael? China could put together an EMP, float a balloon over and blow it up, okay? I don't think that would work because it is so experimental. We don't know what size of EMP it would take to do any significant damage. We are not certain how much of our electrical grid it would short and overrule, including our computers and cell phones. We don't know. And therefore, China doesn't know. I only know this: as soon as China launched a space balloon with a payload that had an EMP on it, Biden would not be fiddly farting around with letting it fly over the US. He would have his generals would shoot it out of the air. That's what I believe. I don't think they're incompetent and go, I can't see anything. Look, guys, they know that right now your middle schooler is on TikTok from what hours, and they can watch him over the cell phone. Right now, our government can watch anyone. Face recognition, they can find you. They can see your phone. They can do voice recognition. They know when you're online. They know when you're using Google. They tracked all those cell phones up in Washington, D.C. for January 6th. They know when a balloon is bringing an EMP payload. And as soon as China blew one up, and if it didn't work, it's game on, because now if you're going to hit us, you better kill us, China. If you're going to take a shot at us, you better knock us out, because you fire off an EMP, and if it doesn't work, uh-oh. So that's all I can say. That's why I'm pretty confident. I don't think, unless they thought they could cut the head off the dragon, China is not going to screw with the United States of America. Okay? They'll do all this clandestine stuff. Okay? They will, by the way, Michael, they will hack us. They will send their students into our universities. There are tens of thousands of Chinese spies in our universities right now. Students coming over. They will come into our businesses. Fine. They're all over. They're buying our land. They'll do everything legal. They are not going to fire off an EMP until they're ready for us to unleash our entire nuclear arsenal on Beijing, on their president, and take out Xi. They're not going to do it. Okay, so that's my first thing. You can rest knowing China ain't going to do an EMP. Now, the 7 to 10 million illegals, it's probably more than that. It's probably more like 30 million illegals that they could use to vote. That is much more plausible. Biggest problem is it's very hard to tell illegals how to vote and who to vote for. They can give them a ballot. Very hard to get illegals to vote for Biden and not Trump, for instance. Let's take an illegal. Let's take a bunch of Latin Americans, most of which have a form of Catholicism that is more conservative than almost any American. And I'm going to go mean here, but I'm just saying these are not urban elite Hispanics or Latinas and Latinos. These are primitive, Mary-worshiping, Fatima, miraculous, miracle-loving. They're Pentecostal. I'm evangelical. If they're evangelical, they're Pentecostal. They're probably prosperity doctrine. That is, they believe that if you pray hard enough, you can manipulate God's hand into giving you stuff. So these are primitive Catholics, guys. They are more pro-life than probably 90% of America. These primitive Catholics that come over and go, whatever the Pope says is scripture, they're not going to go, oh, we go for Biden. We go for Biden even though he kills Okay. These Aztecs coming up over the border, they're not the kind of Catholic that goes, hey, gay marriage, it's cool. It's cool. We're going for the Biden Democrats, gay marriage. They are not voting. Now, they may be socialist, but when Biden goes, if you ain't voting for same-sex marriage, then you ain't the right kind of Catholic. And these illegals are going to come over and go, Biden, I'm going for Senor Trump. I'm going for conservatives. I'm going for Margie Taylor Greene. I'm going for Ron DeSantis. I am not going for, I am a socialist, but I'm still a Catholic. I'm not a lunatic. I haven't lost my mind on what a marriage is, on what human life is. You think they're going to tell those Hispanics, come on over. We believe in abortion all the way to the 9th month. So vote for Biden. It doesn't, guys. Everyone thinks these illegals are going to start voting and everyone knows how they're going to vote. I don't know how they're going to vote. Neither do you. So I'm only saying the illegals voting. Did you know Muslims? They're going, but Doug, there's Muslims coming over from Iran. Oh, really? Tell me about the Muslims, guys. Tell me how the Muslims are pro-choice. They're not. Tell me how the Muslims are pro-gay marriage, same-sex marriage. They're not. They throw gays off the roof of their houses over in Iran. Okay. So everyone's going to tell me how these Muslim Iranians are all going to vote for Biden. By the way, right now, the Muslims are marching against him in Detroit, Michigan, because they say he's being too friendly to the Jews and they're all pro-Hamas. So suddenly, you know that they're saying that we are not going to vote for Biden because we're to Biden's left when it comes to Hamas. And yet somehow all these illegal Iranians are going to come over and vote for Democrats. I got news for you guys. These illegals, I don't know how they're going to vote. I'm not so sure about that. $50 super chat, Michael S. I'm not so sure I don't believe illegals should vote. Don't get me wrong. I don't care if you're conservative. You should not vote. Okay. You should be deported. You're illegal. Get out of here. All right. But I'm only saying, the big fear of them being voters and the Democrats going, we got to get these people in to wash votes through them. I got news. The Republicans just need to start marketing to these illegals what the Democrats stand for. And they might actually go, holy heck, I'm not going to vote for a Democrat. I like this Republican Party. And then when that happens, when the illegals start voting for Republicans, the Democrats will come out and say, we have to deport every one of them. They must be deported. Get these stinky foreign illegals out of this country. Our country has laws. We're rule of law. We have to sew up that border. Build a wall. That's where the Democrats are going to go. Build a wall. Get that wall going. Get that wall going. That's what's going to happen. Guarantee it. Don't know how they're going to vote. $10 super chat from Robin. Mickles, love those, the fly-eyed glasses, Robin, on her avatar. Let's keep, let me get through a few more of these, and we'll read that Fani Willis article down here. Okay, here's another one. Here's BLK Camo, $5 super chat. Did Google change the definition of bloodbath after Trump sold it in a speech? Google does that all the time. They wash the search terms. As soon as Trump uses bloodbath, they do it all the time. I've caught Google in that all the time. Antoinette, $5 super chat. Thank you, Antoinette. Appreciate that, guys. You guys are helping this channel out. Richard Paul, $2 super chat. Thank you, Mr. Richard Paul. Appreciate that. Very kind of you all. Look, see, I can see your little symbol by you. I can see that you're in the Doug Club. See that little symbol, that little S-looking super thing? Anna Squires is in the Doug Club. What is it that Letitia James is being busted for? Letitia James, I do have a Letitia James article here. Letitia James is trying to liquidate Trump's assets. And they're trying to force him to turn over his property. That's the big thing that Letitia James is just evil, guys. She's not going to win, though. I got bad news for Letitia James. You're going down. Trump's going to be your president, and her little cry, it's going to be funny. I want to get a camera on the streets of New York and just take videos of Letitia James, Judge Engeron, Alvin Bragg, all of the people at our workplaces that are anti-Trump, everyone on this channel, all the Trump, haters. Abe Fonseca, $10 super chat, and Doug Club member. Thank you, Abe, for your support. Going to party, best podcast intro ever. Use it. Going to party. It's time to party. Okay. I can't. I mean, if some music, if I play it on this channel, it gets a copyright strike. So I have to be careful even if it's scary. I don't want to get a copyright strike because you can lose your channel over playing the wrong music or over 4 seconds of anything. You can play anything for 4 seconds. Okay, there's our Alan Hall member. Thank you, Alan Hall, for being a member. I appreciate you guys. Okay, I think I'm almost caught up here. Okay, and then we'll get to this article over at the Philadelphia Inquirer. I remember when the National Enquirer used to be a thing. You guys remember that? Okay, here we go. Philadelphia Inquirer. What happened to DA Fani Willis? Is a reminder to be careful about workplace romances. I only played this one because this is a dumb article. We'll get to the Letitia James stuff in a minute. Okay, we have other articles. This over here has The Independent has a huge thing on Mike Pence. Okay, but let's do this one first because this is funny about. Be careful about workplace romances, everybody. Oh, and don't stuff $10,000 in cash in your mattress, and don't lie about your relationship with Nathan Hot Dog Wade. Okay? Don't misspend your grant money that you ask for to help inner city gang kids and then buy computers and spend it on Caribbean cruise in addition to workplace romances. Dating a subordinate is asking for trouble, particularly when the stakes are as high as they are for Willis's prosecution of Trump. Well, she didn't know they'd be that high back when she first dated Nathan Wade 8 million years ago. Here's the author, Janice Armstrong. Janice, I've never dated a work colleague. You know what? Neither have I. But as a Black professional woman, is this a different thing? Is this, to my Black women out there, can you tell me if Black and woman is that necessary? Does that change things? But as a Black professional woman, I can't help but feel for the difficult situation Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis recently found herself in. Is her situation difficult because she's a Black woman? Janice Armstrong, I'll let my chat weigh in. Is Fani Willis, is her situation even more difficult because she's a Black woman? Do I not fully understand what it means to be a Black woman in a professional office that for a white man, it's significantly different if you're dating a subordinate than a Black woman? I'll tell you this much. I worked in Hollywood, man. And if you're dating a subordinate, I don't care what your ethnicity or your sex is. Don't do it. Do not date subordinates. There it is. Here's Felisa Cortez. Miss Cortez, welcome. That crazy Fani out herself up. That is racism, that comment. That is true. Fani Willis, they do a lot of racist comments. And I always talk about, here's racist America. My friends, here's Gina Rose. My friends do not talk like that, says Doug Club member Gina Rose. Nope. It was all based on Fani's stupidity. Thank you, Tron Master. Racist America. Fani said she would never date a workmate. I remember that. Remember that? Then she gets into office. She's like, she didn't just, thank you, chat, for reminding you that. She didn't just say to never date a workmate. She said you should be fired or removed, and I'd hate to see the taxpayers be paying for the lawsuits that would come if you did date a workmate. It's much worse than that. She really put it out there. For anyone not caught up in this courtroom drama, Willis is the prosecutor pursuing charges. Okay. During a hearing investigating whether Willis committed misconduct, she testified sharply on her behalf. Do you think I'm on trial? Said Fani Willis defensively. These people are on trial for trying to steal an election in 2020. I'm not on trial. No matter how hard you try and put me on trial. Well, I just put you on trial. Okay, so you don't have to acknowledge it. That's okay. I'm not in charge of Fani Willis, what she does, says, or thinks either. Here's Nina Nezvanova, $5 super chat from Doug Club member Nina. A fantastic case study in don't S where you eat. That's right. That's one of my favorite sayings, by the way, is don't S where you eat. Keep your workplace clean, guys. That's where you eat. Okay. So don't take a dump in the living room. Johnny Welch, $5 super chat. Appreciate you, Doug. Thank you so much, Johnny Welch. That's very kind of you. I love my kind audience, my wonderful, kind audience. Here we go. I'm married. Okay. So Philadelphia Inquirer, Janice, writer. Since you're married, you know, the biggest problem that Fani Willis had, you're going to avoid if you maintain your marital vows. You know what? Let me put a close up. Let me zoom in on this. There we go. With my magic zoom tool. Oh no. I'm married and have been for nearly 2 decades. Well, then you're in the clear, honey. I'm not privy to Willis's personal life. Well, from what I've been privy to, I don't want to see more. But I still recognize how many African-American women. African-American. I did not know Fani Willis had African descent. Also, I'm American-American. African women. Okay, I didn't recognize how many African-American women face huge obstacles when they try and excel. It's try to excel. Janice, try and excel. Try to excel in workspaces traditionally reserved for white men, and even think about trying to date. Wait a minute. Now I'm a white man. What are my chances of getting a job in this district attorney office in Fulton County? I'm a white 6'8". And I mean, look at that pink skin. Look at this as I hold up my hand. I mean, there's white, and then there's Doug, turn off the fluorescent tube white. This is near albino white. The workspace, excel in a workspace, that's traditionally reserved for white men. Are you telling me, Fulton County, that I would have a shot in that office as a white man? I'll let the chat tell me, what are the chances of me walking in there? Fani Willis. I don't think there's a lot of place for a white person in that. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I didn't realize I have superpower privileges. You know, because so many people, they go up to Kamala Harris. You know what I mean? This is something a white person never hears. Okay. Sit with me for a second, my people. My people of every ethnicity and every value structure, come with me and sit with me for a second and sup with me. We're going to have a human to human moment here. Okay. I'm going to tell you what it's like to be an albino man. Albino white, a cracker, a marshmallow, a ghost shrimp. I'm a ghost cricket. Kamala Harris, at some point in Kamala Harris's life, she heard these words. Will you come be my vice president because you're a woman of color? You're a woman and you're of color. At some point, she heard that. Okay, it's some chalk demon. Oh my gosh, where's that at? Give me that one. Charles Widmore. Okay, I want you guys to start putting, what are your names? I want all the racist names for whites in the chat right now so I can put some of these up on screen. Chalk Demon. I'm crying. I can't do this. I mean, YouTube's probably going to kill this channel if I do it, but Chalk Demon. I think Chalk Demon already wins. I'm only saying as a Chalk Demon, Kamala Harris already heard, and Karine Jean-Pierre heard something even that Fani will, Kamala Harris only heard, "You're a black woman, come work for me." But think of what Karine Jean-Pierre heard. She heard, "You're a black gay woman." In fact, I think gay went to the top of the list on Karine Jean-Pierre. Jean-Pierre. She heard those three. She goes, "Holy cow. What we're looking for is a black gay woman." Well, I am a straight white male. So I will never hear some corporation. Yeah. Bernie Mac, White Devil. I love that one too. I've heard that one a lot. Melanin Challenge. There you go. I am definitely Melanin Challenge. But I will never hear a corporation, like I'll never hear the executive board at Nabisco Crackers or Johnson & Johnson or Purina Dog Chow. I'll never hear them or the McDonald's Corporation go, "You know what, Doug? We have a slot set aside for a straight white male. We want you to be our vice president. What we're looking for is vice president of the McDonald's Corporation, where we're looking for a straight white male." Okay. So even though you're not qualified, you're probably not qualified. You probably didn't go to school. You probably barely passed the bar. What we're really looking for in this slot right now is a straight white male. Now, it might have been that way actually in 1982. It wouldn't surprise me if in 1982, people said, "You know what? One thing I know is I hate minorities and I hate gays, and I only want to give this job to a straight white honky, the lighter skin, the better, to come and run Nike." Okay, fine. 1980, yeah. Today, my kids, they want to be writers. They want to work. And I go, "You know what? There aren't going to be a lot of opportunities for you in the arts. You're not going to get opportunities in Hollywood. I mean, if there's someone less qualified than you that checks those boxes, those Karine Jean-Pierre boxes, they're going to get the job. They'll have half your ability and they'll get the job." I'm not trying to insult any gay black women in my audience. I hope there are some gay black women in my audience, because every gay black woman knows that I love them. First of all, gay black women, not for being gay, not for being black, not for being a woman, but for being you, an actual human being, your soul rolling around. I love you. Okay. Everyone else, the liberals, they only love you for being a gay black woman. If you were a straight white male and had the same name and had the same personality type and the same values, they would hate you. They'd hunt you. They'd try and destroy you. Not me. I'd like you. Whether if you're a straight white male, I would love you, or a gay black woman, I would love you. See, I love you, and they love your political boxes you check. It's conditional. Okay. So, but I will never be offered that one thing that this lady at the Philadelphia Inquirer, "I don't want to impugn your character and pretend like you only got this job because you're a black woman." By the way, the other thing is, if anyone ever throws you a bone for whatever reason, if someone ever did come to me and say, "Doug, even though you're terrible at mining for coal, we just want you to go into this coal mine because you're a white Christian male," you take that opportunity. Take every opportunity, every freebie someone ever throws you. I'm okay with taking any stupid, immoral advance. If someone says, "You know what? We want you to have this management position because you're a black woman," I get it. I'm all for it. Take it. Okay. If someone throws you a freebie, you take it. You don't have to sit there and turn down if they're going, we're looking for Indians, looking for Indian Americans. You take it. The process of maneuvering into positions of power, like the one Willis occupies, can throw a person's work-life balance seriously out of whack. It can also throw your back out of whack when you're banging each other on the table, on the corporate boardroom table behind their spouse's back, their spouse who raised their children. A lot of stuff can get seriously thrown out of whack. So then once ensconced, finding romantic partners of equal education. I don't know where Fani Willis is going to find someone with a third grade ghetto vocabulary, but I'm sure she'll find one. Partners of equal education and accomplishment is often daunting. I don't know how Fani Willis can ever find someone else who, is thrown a district attorney position as she steals it from another more competent black man whom she embroiled in scandal. Also, in such a high-pressure job, you spend most of your time at work. And even so-called workaholics need love and human connection. We all do. What in the hell is that saying? That Fani Willis has a right to Nathan Wade, another woman's husband, because she needs love? We all do? Honey, this writer has been married for 2 decades. Gross. Okay, so it should be no surprise that an estimated 60% of adults have had workplace romances, according to Forbes Advisor. Yeah, you know what? This is filth. This article is filth. So I'm going to bomb out on it because this disgusts me. I can already tell this morally will not go anywhere. It will be fun to make fun of. So I could make fun of it. We're already an hour and 16 minutes in. We've got 3,600 people in the chat. Let me get to some a little bit of harder hitting news here at the Independent. Let's do this one. Transcripts reveal Trump threatened Mike Pence ahead of the January 6th Capitol riot, live over at Fox with Alina Habba. According to a newly released transcript, a White House valet who was with former President Donald Trump on the day of Congress certified his 2020 election to Joe Biden, told the January 6th Select Committee that Mr. Trump threatened then Vice President Mike Pence's future political viability in a phone call. Now, this is what's weird. If Trump told, and I love Mike Pence, don't get me wrong. Okay, I'm not going to sit here and say, get Mike Pence. I only want to say when Trump said, look, Mike, if you don't go for this alternate electors thing that I'm flying up there, your political career will be over. I only want to say in hindsight, now that we've seen the future, guys, was Trump right? Did Trump not correctly warn Mike Pence that if you don't do this, your political career is over? And now, lo and behold, Mike Pence goes, no, I got this, Donald. Hey, don't threaten me, buddy. I got this. And now his political career is over. So Trump, he might have just been telling him the truth and warning him, look, I don't know if you understand this, but your political career is going to be over. The valet says he overheard Trump telling the vice president before he was to preside over the Electoral College ballot count, quote, Mike, this is a political career killer if you do this, and later do what's right. We're going to end on that article because I'll only say that valet, this is supposed to be some big gotcha moment, that valet, Trump was telling Pence the truth. Your political career is over if you do this. Trump warned him properly. That's not a threat. Trump didn't threaten him. Trump told him the truth. Here's Chuck Greer, $5 super chat. Trump 2024, listening from LA, Lower Alabama. Love your channel, and I love my Lower Alabama people. My Bammans. Dean Graham, $5 super chat. Sorry, I didn't mean to open a can. I'm Dean Racer. Sorry, Lord. I know I must stay away from the appearance of evil. Just the appearance of it or actual evil? I am trying to memorize the scripture of Galatians. I have it right here. Galatians 5:22-25. For the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace. I have it on a piece of paper here. Love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, self-control. Against such things, there is no law. Something like that. Against, such things, there is no law. And then it says, for the flesh was crucified with Christ, and with it, its passions and desires. And then those who walk in the Spirit, if you live by the Spirit, you will stay in step with the Spirit. Okay, let me double check my work here. And those who belong to Christ have been crucified with the flesh, with its passions and desires. If we live by the Spirit, let us also keep in step with the Spirit. Okay, I'm trying to memorize. That's Galatians 5:22-25. We're getting there. We're getting close. Yeah, stay away from the appearance of evil. Okay. Let's get down here. See if there's any more super chats till I get caught up. I'm getting caught up. I'm almost there. I think there's one more I did. There's couple more I missed. Look, there's a member. New member, Rob Martin, welcome. Gina Rose, old member. She's already a couple hours old. Welcome. Hi from Kentucky, my Kentucky people. My Kentucky fried chickens. All the females from Kentucky, we call Kentucky fried chickens. Where I'm from. You see that? You see that chicken over there? That Kentucky fried chicken. There's Lori, $10 super chat from New Orleans, from Nolans. Here for the documentary. Yeah. I like that word. That's a good word. I haven't heard that one before. Documentary. It's a documentary on me. Okay. I think I only see one more. Yep, we're winding down, guys. We've done all the news. That's Drummond, $10 super chat. I showed my nephew Sock Baby. He loved it. Yeah, for those of you guys who haven't seen Sock Baby, that's something I made right around 2002, 2003, 2004 with some of my buddies. Look it up on YouTube. Just put in the search term Sock Baby. It's a sci-fi kung fu comedy that we wrote and we shot it's very low budget kung fu. Very low budget. Kung fu action, and I write and direct Sock Baby. There's it's episode 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 stars Doug Jones. He's an Oscar Best Actor winner. 1 stars John Heder from Napoleon Dynamite is in it. Anyways, we shoot stuff. I make stuff. I'm an artist, guys, and I create. That's just what I do. So you guys know a little something about me. It's been an hour and 20 minutes. I think we have to wrap this up. There's only 3,000 people left. We did not hit the 10,000 views. I'm bummed. I'm not that bummed, but I just kind of wanted to cross that. Check that box off. Dayton from Southeast Washington. How many Democrat appointed judges heard, quote, rule for our side or your career is over? Yeah, true. That's how it works. Snow camo mayo monkey, says Charles Widmore. I like that one too. I like Chalk Demon though. Chalk Demon's good. Snow camo, because if you're white, you're doing snow camouflage. Snow camo mayo monkey. I like that. That's a good try. Doug for VP. Yeah, they would never go for me. They'll never go, you know what, Doug, you know what we're looking for? Is just another. There's Stormy Daniels 2024. I like that too, AJ. Stormy Daniels. Oh, what a fraud. I did a Stormy Daniels show. Did you see that? Where The View invited Stormy Daniels on to up their credibility. They brought a porn star on to The View to clean up the joint, to bring in some wisdom. They needed some wisdom, so they brought in a porn star on The View. They needed someone smarter with better opinions and better moral character on The View. So they brought in Stormy Daniels, a porn star, on The View. I thought that was very interesting. There's Ivan Hooper, just became a member. Thank you, guys. There's a link to become a member in the description if you want to pay. It's like $5.99 a month. I don't need your money, so I'm not pushing for it. I'm just saying it's a way that you can help support us, and we appreciate it. And I'm going to keep trying. Got to get that 10,000 simultaneous views on this show. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all my new Doug Club members. Thank you and welcome. All my viewers, thank you guys for watching. You've been great company to keep me from being in exile alone. This has been Doug in Exile.